It's
And
weird.
what's that?
Uh, I've added two people to my ignore list. That's weird.
What's that? Yeah, there's some
Uh,
UI.
I've
There's some
added two
UI
people to my.
issues.
I
Huh?
haven't done that.
So we had a little echo there. For some reason, my Twitch monitor, the sound was on for some weird reason. That's bizarre. Okay.
You're watching a Twitch stream. Yeah, there we go. Move my. I'm leaning the wrong way again.
All
Anytime
right.
I lean towards my laptop, let's see. I have to move my
All right.
camera.
Do you still have? You don't have a lesson still going, do you?
No,
Okay, but you have one available. So
I've
wait,
got one available.
wait until I have them all gathered up, and you know the routine.
Will do.
So you're 38. We're trying to get you to 43, and we have an extra 25% bonus going on because Daybreak Games had a little bit of an oops,
They
and
broke the
so
game again.
they broke the game. Yeah. So we've got bonus XP today. Well, through the whole weekend, there's bonus XP. So
So
we'll see if tonight we can make that push to get you to 34 would be nice. Or, yeah,
I'm
43 rather. No, 34.
dyslexic. Yeah, we'll do what we can. It's been a rough day at work, so
Yeah.
wasn't sure I was even going to get on and play tonight, but we got this handled. I've got my favorite scotch and
Uh oh.
or
Uh oh. Uh oh. I got hit. It's all over now. Just kidding.
it's all over, but you're crying.
Yeah. Alright. So I
Oh,
can kick Celos off and gather these guys.
you're not doing fireball tonight?
No. No, no, no fireball tonight.
Oh, your wife's a coward.
It's the weekend. I should be doing fireball though, you
That's what
know?
I'm telling you, man.
Well, I didn't even know that you were going to be wanting to stream today, actually. I
Oh,
wasn't
we talked
sure.
we talked about it last night, but I called you from the store. I was pretty wrecked after work.
Well, when I've drank all my fireball, you got to give me a little bit more warning because I got to go to the frickin' store to buy more. So, you know.
I got like extra bottles waiting, for when this amateur.
Unlike
One.
Alaska, we don't have like a little liquor store on every single corner out here. So,
Oh, I have to go two corners down for mine.
yeah.
I've got one on the way home.
Okay, go ahead and hit your devoted.
There it is. But I think we may have said it last time. We had a blast on Azeroth Roundtable last week, and they're actually streaming now as well. I missed them. Oh,
Hello there
hello.
in the chat room.
Sorry, I just noticed that somebody was in the chat room. How are you doing?
Yeah, we just started up, so welcome. Gonna be doing some running around in circles for a little while here. Killing
Yeah,
some trolls
you gain party experience with a bonus.
with a bonus. That's the apology bonus experience that we're getting this weekend.
Well, I thought it was the scotch, but the bonus is the bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. When they broke the game, they decided they were going to make it up by giving everyone extra experience for the weekend.
yeah. They figured it was easier than flowers, jewelry, or chocolates. So give us XP. We'll take XP.
They could have groped me fondly.
Uh oh.
What? Well,
How much scotch have you had already?
that's two sips. Mrs. Mac isn't in the chat rooms trolling us tonight. That was
Yeah.
yeah she. She's having fun. She's over playing another game in the other room. She's a gamer, so she understands.
Well, she doesn't understand EverQuest.
Yeah, yeah. Extra XP is a solid apology. It
It
sure is.
is. It is. I thought so.
I'll try to try to
What in the
try
world
to.
was that?
Oh, they're main roadway down outside my house. Somebody was driving that by with a motorcycle, kind of loud.
Ah,
I'll have to finish putting the soundproofing up in the office. When we stopped the podcast, I stopped doing the soundproofing, and then he started the stream, and well,
yeah. Well, right now my wife has the all three kids in the other room. They're watching a series of unfortunate events on Netflix.
oh yeah, season two.
Yeah, season two, and so I passed on that.
You got to get you into that Lost in Space. That's actually
I've
not too
seen the
bad.
first one. I mean, I wasn't completely turned off by it, but I'd hoped that it would be a little better. I don't know.
It's not terrible.
Yeah. Well, I'll give it a chance. I'll watch more than one episode before I make a final judgment. Hopefully, I'm not as disappointed with it as I am with Silicon Valley this season.
Oh no.
Well, they got rid of the frickin' best character on the show, so it's like I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
While we're doing this, I'm going to set up a hide corpse.
Hyde Corpsal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the new Lost in Space. Again, I always give a show at least 3 episodes before I just completely say forget it. Um, and it's kind of good that I did that because one show a while back that I really liked was the show Lost, and I really liked Lost. I enjoyed it. The finale, the way they ended the series was less than epic,
Kind of
but
like The Sopranos.
yeah, it was a bad ending, really, to a great show. However, I would have never watched that show if I had stopped after the two-part pilot because um, the first 2 episodes of the two-part pilot I did not like at all. I didn't think it was very good. And still looking back, I still kind of feel the same way that the show didn't really start coming into its own until like the third or fourth episode. So, so I'll give it a
Uh,
chance. I'll give Lost in Space a chance.
yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm on episode 8. I started binge watching it last weekend, and I hadn't finished it. But then we have the new Munchkin that happened. What was that? Monday? I think Monday night,
Yeah,
yeah, or Monday morning. I didn't find out till Monday evening.
yeah,
We had grandkid number 8 arrive.
yep.
So yeah, they decided not to tell anybody they were in labor until they showed up at the house after everything was already said and
It
done.
was a secret baby. She did tell you that she was pregnant, though, right?
Oh, we knew
I mean, it
that.
wasn't a complete
That's
surprise. She didn't like wear baggy clothes for like 9 months and just like
oh no
lie.
no 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 no. Yeah yeah. When she standing in a crowd, you could tell. Yeah,
You know,
that was she's excited. That she'd had 3 boys. She wanted a girl, and now she's got her girl. And
it's the
the other one,
reverse of what happened to your other daughter.
yeah, the other one had 3 girls and wanted a boy. Finally had a boy, so
Yeah.
they're done. So I think all of them are done.
Jesus. You're gonna have 10 grandkids before I have my first.
Oh, I think 8. I think they're all
You
pretty
think 8
much.
is enough?
I think 8 is enough. Yeah, yeah. Funny
Oh
guy.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Showing your age again. Uh,
I love Scott.
and many
I love
apologies
Scott.
for the banter going back and forth, kind of
Goes down, down into my
slowly this week. I'm again kind of only half here. It was a
Right.
long day. Not a lot to do until the very end of the day, and then that just kicked our butt because we wanted to go home for the weekend. We work a 10-hour day, and when you do all of your work in the last 2 hours, it kind of. By the way, I did make 39 there. I'm 6% into level 39.
Cool. Always announce your dings.
Ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, let's see what I'm getting per kill.
This one's about
Dex
to
is
die.
gonna Dex is gonna have to do a tutorial sometime how he does this with the bard.
Well, when I've got a
We got
different
time.
a different setup. The Nadox setup with the lower level bard like this is not optimal.
Right.
So my level 65 bard, I can actually show the entire thing. All the entire toolbox is opened up. So a little more limiting on this. Oh, I forgot to pull the ones on the other side of the bridge.
I was wondering why we weren't wasting time. Where are they hung up at?
Well, the time to do it would have been before popping devoted, see, so that's what I meant to do since we didn't have an active one going. It wouldn't
Right.
matter that it took a little time. But the good thing is we've got that extra 25% apology experience going. I'm going to call it that. I know Daybreak wouldn't appreciate calling it that, uh, but that's what it is.
No, it's kind of like what was it? Was 3 years ago? When did they get hacked? Before it was Daybreak.
Oh yeah, that was I wasn't playing at the time when they got
Right.
hacked. I came back. Yeah.
They got hacked and the server was down for how? It was down for a long time.
It wasn't just the game that got hacked. PlayStation got hacked. Everything got hacked.
But I know they were down for a while, and they gave
Yeah.
everyone what was it? 3 months?
I don't know. Something like that. They did
It
a
was like
lot of stuff.
it's like they gave people 90 days free to come back and play, and that brought me
Yeah.
back the first time. I blame you for the second time I came back.
Yep. Guilty as charged. So, I'm not sure how many I've got chasing me right now. I think I've got either 2 or 3 still chasing me, which is not enough. I need more.
That's
No,
okay.
they just won't die fast enough, so I'm gonna have to pull more.
That's okay.
Anyway, you figure out how much you're getting per kill. Another one's about to die.
Oh, let's see. I'm at. Well, I went to 32. I didn't see where it was before that.
Let me see. I've got 3. It looks like. So okay.
Sorry, tweaked my shoulder. This is a pretty much. I
I
wasn't
hate this
sure I wasn't
bug.
going to
I
get
hate
on.
this bug that's going on where you'll get a certain one that causes missed notes,
Right.
and then you get no missed notes besides that. It's just like it'll pick one that it'll do it with.
I think you've got at least three there because I'm seeing
Yeah, I have
multiple.
3. It's 3. I've got the Furious Blackhand that I've got right now that I'm getting these crazy missed notes on, and then I've got the Lieutenant. Now the Lieutenant, if you haven't looted it yet, drops a piece of gear.
Lieutenant Dan, Lieutenant Dan.
But I mean, I've got them on all my characters. This is crazy how this is. I'm going to switch to the other one. Those missed notes are nuts. Alright. And so I will dot this guy down while the other 2 are fighting.
This will be more exciting once we get out of Nadox. This is more just power leveling and the ability to do it with a bard.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
We've
back doing
mentioned it
nothing.
before that at the end of the month, the new expansion's coming out that raises the level cap and opens up a new area to the game, Omens of War, and really looking forward to that because that was kind of the glory days of back when we used to play. We've been looking forward to that expansion. And
But when it's current content,
when it
right?
was current content, right? So want to get you leveled up in time to take advantage of that a bit. We need your cleric.
So they're working on it. I'll have to get geared a little better for that, but at least I know the
Yeah.
basics.
Well, the thing is, Omens of War can be Candyland as far as gear. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, you getting hit?
Yeah,
Are you stunned?
A lot. Yeah. I'm dead.
Run away! Run away,
There's
run
no
away,
way.
run away, run away. Oh, you
Oh,
got
I
it?
got out. I got out. How did I get out? All right. Pop in my servant, which is going to heal me up. Yeah, that was amazing that I got out of that. I think I got another one that added because of low health. It was out of range before, but wants me now. Yeah. Now I can use my recovery, but I don't know if I should. I've still got replenishment going, and I got this guy going to heal me up. I
Okay,
hate to
32
waste
to
it.
4. Okay, 32% to 41%. So almost about 9%.
Hmm.
I can do simple math.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Whoops. Let me put the arms of this chair up. I have a tendency to lean to one side or the other.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Let's see. So now I'm down to two guys. I'm gonna leave the lieutenant, and you know what? While he's healing me up, I'm just gonna dot down the miner, and then hopefully the servant will have me up to about half health again by then. I'm sure between that and replenishment, which I have a minute left on, and then I can run across to the other side. He's healing me. Can run across to the other side and pull those other guys.
Now I'm splitting my time between this Final Fantasy 14 and World of Warcraft right now. So
Yeah.
I blame a friend at work for getting me hooked on
For
Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Yeah.
Best. I was gonna say bad words.
Yeah. Hold on just a second.
It's so quiet. I keep leaning out of camera.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Let's see if I adjust that right like that. What that does.
Yeah. So I've got two again, but I'm full health. You can see how he
Right.
healed me. So I'm gonna go cross the bridge and get more.
Over the river and through the woods. No, I'm 50% into 39, so
Whoa! I don't want that guy. Did I get him?
I don't know.
There's a guy that I can't kill that I might have gotten.
Is that Luggled Abomination?
Yeah. Did I
He's
get
there.
him? Oh
Yeah.
shoot! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, we killed that. Oh, that was with my
No,
druid.
no. This guy is way too high level for me to pull. He's stuck on the bridge too, isn't he? This is a really bad idea. There's one. Can I thread the needle? Doo doo doo. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Put him up, put him up.
I'm trying to.
There
Okay,
you got him.
did I get them all?
You got the one you didn't want.
See, there was no way I could do that without getting clipped a little bit, but all right. Okay, now I can kill him. I don't think these guys summon the Luggets.
I
Hopefully, I can mez him after it's all over because I can't charm him. He's too high.
right. Can you use one of the other guys to beat him down a little bit?
Yeah. And you know what? He's so tough that yeah, he's yellow to me. He's so tough that he's beating the snot out of these guys. The one that I charmed. So they'll go down. The good news is the other ones will go down faster with him hitting them.
Oh, All right, I'm feeling human almost.
Yeah? How come?
Scotch.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch.
Oh.
Here it goes down into my belly.
Excuse me while I take. I forgot you had that there.
Yeah.
All right. One dead soldier. But it was pretty much empty. And we started. You hear the clunk. Kids, don't try this at home.
Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Yeah, not tonight, but on the nights when I'm partaking, we play this one.
I looked over to see it and I forgot. It was like on
Yeah,
a
there's
15
a
second
delay.
Oh, that's so good.
So, how's the XP? How close to level?
I'm still, what is it, 67%.
Okay. But you don't know how much you're getting per.
Oh, you know what? Wait till the next one dies. Is it
We've only
45?
killed like 50 mobs, and you don't know yet.
I told you earlier I was getting about 9%. I
Okay.
went from 32 to 41. And I said I can do easy math.
Okay.
I haven't had that much to drink.
Right.
Yet. It is a Friday night and I have to be back to work till Wednesday.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Mrs.
good.
Mac goes in for surgery on Tuesday, so
So, our new viewer tonight, do you play EverQuest, or are you just here for the humorous banter?
that is like non-existent tonight.
Yeah.
Ah!
Did you party foul? I think you party fouled just now, didn't you?
No, I gotta get a new fridge in the office. I was going to get some ice, and I have one shelf that's kind of getting replaced here. There we go. I just want to throw some ice in there.
Ah, yes.
All right, I'm much better now. That was my wonderful fridge brought to you by Mrs. Mac.
Yeah.
I mentioned, I should get a refrigerator for my office. She took care of me.
There you go. It's like, give me a
Oh,
refrigerator,
thanks.
or I'll call it a man cave.
Man cave.
Oh no. Yeah. We're taking bets on when Dex is gonna shave.
I shaved just before we got on. I had about 4 days worth of that and the dust. Mrs. Mac brought me into the, to the grocery store, and I think people thought she was buying food for the homeless. I mean,
Yeah. Oops. Ooh, I lost one. I think I
what 70? I got 76. So.
no, I don't. No, I didn't lose him. I hit the wrong hotkey to break charm, and he was down to 5%. I thought he actually died before.
I think somebody's watching the wrong stream.
Yeah.
Humor is
No,
better.
I used to work a job for many years that I had to shave every single day and all of that. So
Me too.
not any longer.
Yeah. I worked a job in sales for years and years and years, and I actually for the last probably about the 20 some odd years I worked in sales, I had the mustache gone for most of it
Yeah.
because my every time I grew the thing, my sales would drop up by about 10%.
Well, but at least that you made a commitment. You had the mustache, and usually that's not a problem. If you commit to it, even a beard, if you commit to
Yeah.
it, that's fine. But if it's just there's a difference between I'm growing a beard and I'm just not shaving this week.
Don
you know,
Johnson look is out now,
yeah,
huh?
the perpetual 5 days growth look is not a thing anymore.
Well, that was me until I got home and hopped in the shower.
Yeah.
It's getting up at 5:30 in the morning and working the 10-hour shifts. And well, today was even longer.
See, you could get away with that though today because now, in the current climate of the workplace, if if your boss ever approached you and said, "Now you got to commit to either growing a beard or having or being clean shaven, the scruff thing's not happening." In a case like that, all you have to do is get really indignant and say, "So you're discriminating against me for ethnic reasons because I can't grow a full beard?" I mean, this is like this is like 3 months to get this far, but I guess my people aren't allowed to have facial hair. And you
Dang,
watch how fast they back off. And
that is level 40. Dang.
did you have
Okay.
40?
Yeah,
Cool.
rock on.
All right. So 3 more levels, and then I get to switch to the other power leveler,
You're better bard.
the A team. I get to switch to the A team from the B team.
uh, Eventually, you'll actually see me doing something in the game besides standing in one place.
I just made this bard like 3 weeks ago.
I'm just sitting looking pretty.
Well,
I was actually contemplating growing the beard back. It was. I just need to get a haircut. I got to talk to my oldest. Oh, the oldest turns 30 tomorrow.
oh
So,
man, that doesn't seem possible.
I know, I know. I almost forgot. I got to go to her house for a little bit tomorrow.
Is she okay?
Oh yeah,
Because some women when they turn 30 they freak out.
she'll be 30 for the next 10 years. She's fine.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I always used to say. Best 10 years of a woman's life are between the ages of 29 and 30. Oh,
Oh, I remember the email I got from you on just before you turned 30.
right.
Email day before you turn 30. Last time I can say this, you're 20,
Yeah,
you're 30 and I'm not.
right. I'd back further into that corner if I were you. There is a chance that, you can still gain aggro. It's only on the ones I haven't hit yet, but anyway.
I was running low on food. I had to summon some food.
Yeah.
I need a bartender.
You've got a whole bar behind you.
I know.
Oh, you need a bartender so you don't have to turn around and get it? Oh, come on. How lazy are you? Come on, man.
uh, so yeah, no, we're having fun. Actually last night I got a hold the I think it was last night. Yeah, last night they brought the little one over. I was actually able to hold. First time they brought my granddaughter, my new granddaughter over, I wasn't able to hold her. I was cooking dinner when they showed up, so I was in the kitchen almost the whole time, and they had her all bundled up in the car seat, ready to go before I was able to do anything. And so last night I actually got a hold her and get a little picture of her out there on Twitter.
Cool.
If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, we're at Goblin Goldcast on Twitter. He put me in charge of the social media, fool that he is. Almost at a minute.
And the way that I did that was I just announced I'm not doing it.
There's another guy that just popped at the bridge, so watch
I
out
see
for
him.
him.
I'm gonna gather him up. Here he comes.
You got to do it, an infusion or something to get more mana back, or
Yeah, because I've got one more charm that I can do. But I'm gonna get 2 kills out of this charm, provided I don't get hit as I squeeze past him. That's not where I like to place them. I like to place them more in the middle. I'm going to break it. And I'm going to kill these two. Gather up some more. Yep, I got enough mobs to hit infusion. Yep, they tried to hit me.
Yeah, it surprised me today. I got up today and heading to work. 38 degrees. I was like, all right, it's gonna be a warm one today. No. I get to work. Rain clouds have come in. It rained a little bit. Didn't rain a lot, but rained just enough.
Yeah.
And then the wind was blowing, so it's like, yeah, I had my sweatshirt on all day. No long johns. We're having fun. Bear didn't poke his head out of the north end of the yard while I was working the ground.
Yeah.
I know it's there. I always keep my head on a swivel.
Okay, I put the lieutenant right there by the bridge. Killed him right there. So
Lieutenant Dan.
he drops a I believe he drops a cleric item that'll be an upgrade for you.
I'll take.
He
I
has
will.
2 possible drops, and one of them I think is a cleric range item,
I'll do a hide corpse looted.
and one's a shoulder item that I think is chain, if I remember right.
/ hide corpse space looted, right?
Right, but if you've hit everything that's there now, those are all going to still show up.
Yeah. No, I haven't hit the.
Okay, I'm going to gather up more guys.
You told your wife you're doing that?
See what?
Sorry.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. Oh, I've been really good since last couple of weeks. I've actually stayed out of the scotch.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a good thing, but you know. How about I go with Under the Glen after this one?
There you go.
Oh, also introduced one of the coworkers to Spinal Tap. I made a comment at work, and I thought I was being funny, and he just looked at me, and blinked a couple times until I showed him the clip on YouTube, and then it was funny.
Yeah.
This goes to 11.
I love it. When I play 80s music in the car, and my 10-year-old says, "The music when you were a teenager is way better than the music now." And I'm like,
Yep.
yes, it is. See, normally on something like that, I would tell my son, well, it's subjective, and no. Sometimes it's just clearly true.
Depends on what music you're talking about.
Is this where you defend Katy Perry again?
Oh, give me a break. Talking about the funk. No, sorry. I used to listen to Cameo and the Gap Band. I mean,
oh my God, yeah.
Oh, I worked at a skating rink,
Yeah.
Concord. That was what we listened to.
So my 10-year-old's new favorite band is Def Leppard.
Oh, rock on.
Because yeah, exactly. Only that's another group. But so we're listening to. I had Sirius XM on, and it was the '80s channel. And for some reason, they were on a kick of. They were playing a bunch of Def Leppard songs, and
it's before or after he lost his arm.
Well, one of them was before. One of the songs was before, but most of them were off of the that first album after he lost his arm. And he was fascinated about that too. I said, "Can you believe the drummer only has one arm?" He goes, "How's he doing that?" And I said, "He's got pedals that he's hitting."
He holds the drumstick in his teeth.
But John Hay, remember,
That's what
used to.
that's what they
John
call a
Hay
headbang.
used
Yeah.
John Hay used to do the little imitation of him playing the drums. It was just so
Hello.
wrong at the time. How's it
Yeah,
going?
another person in the chat room. Sorry, I missed that for a second.
It's
Whoa.
amazing how many people accidentally enter the wrong Twitch stream, by mistake. Oh my God! I thought I was going to whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought this was the body painting Twitch.
No one wants to see our bodies painted. These wrinkles.
No, I actually. I can't charm this guy. What am I doing?
I don't know. I'm watching.
I tried to charm the yellow one, but yeah. I did a little thing where I was looking into the Twitch streams that get the most viewers, and I realized that I am not equipped to follow that strategy, you might say. One of them was this blonde that does this body painting.
What's the
thing.
shirtless part?
Yeah.
No one wants to see that. I'm telling
Nobody
you.
wants to see that. And it's like all the top streams, all the top
20 years ago. Yeah.
Nobody wanted to see it 20 years ago, dude. But all the top streams, I don't know who you're kidding. All the top streams consist of the same basic thing. It's like some well-endowed young lady wearing a low-cut top, and she keeps accidentally dropping her keyboard or her cup or something, and she has to lean over and pick it up, and all of a sudden she gets donations like crazy, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I can really follow that strategy.
That'll work. I mean, I can dump my drink.
Yeah. I mean, the best we could do is say things like, all right, so if we get X amount in donations, I will tell the most horrible story imaginable about Mac from his childhood. I will break a lifelong promise and reveal a story that I swore I would never tell. No, no, I'm not doing that. But I still wouldn't get as much as the streamer that just dropped her pen and bent over and picked it up. So it's like,
you know. You were there for some of those, so yeah, for most of that. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and I love how these streamers that gamer girl streamers, whatever you call them. I love how the game window is like this tiny little window where you see what they're doing, and her portrait is like taking up half the screen. It's like, yeah, nobody's logging in to see the gameplay. Yeah. I actually asked, can we make our portraits smaller?
Postage stamp size?
Yeah,
would be
can we
better.
go a little smaller than that? Can we
How far do you
put
want? How far do you want me to pan out? How's Montana?
Yeah.
You know.
Can we put up a little still image and just go audio only? Oh, I keep trying to accidentally get this. This one's yellow to me. By the way, he hasn't gone down in health at all, so
Amateur.
I'll have to lose him at the end.
I can't loot that one that mom did, right?
What do you mean? You can do it right now if you wanted to.
I can?
Yeah, if you hurry. You better hurry. You see where it's at?
Lieutenant, right there.
Yep.
Running back in the corner.
Yep. Ceremonial hate candle. That's cleric, isn't it? Isn't that a cleric item?
It says cleric, druid, shaman, necro, wizard, enchanter. It is a primary or secondary item, intelligence, wisdom.
You said it is cleric usable?
Yes.
Upgrade?
I'm taking a look. Well, so my primary is that summon hammer, which is nothing.
Right.
I've got.
But you can put it in range, right?
Is it a range item?
I think
no,
so.
just primary and secondary. I can.
Oh, okay.
I got a charred guardian shield, so it's not an improvement on my wisdom there. But if I put it in my main hand,
Yeah.
it's I'll bet you no candle for you. Oh,
Hmm.
I'm the wrong class, deity, or race. Oh no,
Oh,
I tried to put the wrong thing in there. There we go. Now I'm holding the candle. Can't hold a candle to me.
I
Um,
was gonna say I didn't think it was DD restricted.
no, I tried to put in the that forged cutlass that I looted.
Hmm.
Wow, that actually brings me up 66 mana, so it's not bad.
Hmm.
No complaint. Sicarius Shadow. Did I pronounce that correctly? Hear thumping in the other room.
Hmm?
Did I hear thumping in the other room? I think my dogs are chasing each other around the house.
That's not good.
I did indeed. Rock on. Let me have a couple more of these and I won't be able to pronounce anything. Um, uh,
Oh, you know what? I am. I promised my wife I was going to put the kids to bed. I think I hear her calling me from the other room to put them to bed.
we may have to take a short break in the stream.
Yeah, well, I have more immediate problems as far as these that mob I have to deal with. So
Well, what we can do is once you get down to one mob, I can bring my druid in like last time.
no, no, there's no. I'll do another option.
We'll train the cleric.
In fact, I'm not going to even wait for that. I'm taking this one down here. I don't. I think I'll still have two left. I'm gonna take this one down here, and then I'm gonna run for the zone line, and then I will
Streamer Doc has me looking in the metrics right now.
go AFK for a moment.
A moment. You gonna leave me here all by myself again?
Yeah, probably. Okay.
You know, you lose everyone in the chat room when you do
I'm
that.
gonna have to mute because I gotta have a conversation with the wife, and I will be back soon.
Oh, he's in trouble.
No, I'm
You're
not.
playing again on
No,
a
I'm
Friday night? Yeah. She doesn't listen. I can never get him in trouble. Mine listens. I can get in trouble all the time. But mine's wonderful. See how I get out of that? He's like, hold on. I'm watching. Oh, I'm watching older stuff. I'm about 15 seconds behind. He's making a run for the zone. He's making a break for it. He's got mobs after him. He's going to make the zone line. He survived. He didn't even die. Where's the fun in that?
sorry. I didn't realize you couldn't hear me. I will be right back.
I figured that when I saw you zone. Oh. He's leaving me in here by myself with mobs that are way too high for me to be in here with him. Yeah. I'll sit here like a wallflower. I'm going to bring up my little merchant and sell some garbage. Now that Dex is AFK. Hey, where's the bondage? Oh, God. Oh, sorry, from the time or two before, I've had a lot of extra items in my backpack that are just taking up a lot of space and they weigh a lot, so I'm getting rid of them. I did get the maps downloaded. Thank you very much. I was probably not in my right mind that night. We were trying to get that handled. But yeah, we got the maps downloaded. It had been so long since some of these things, some of these zones I've been to. Some of them, I mean, I haven't played for a couple of years, and some of these zones I hadn't been to in 10 years or more. So it's been a while. I remember when Shadows of Luclin went live, or Luclin, I guess is what they call it. We were calling it Luclin. That was when they were no longer going to be covering the Pentium 1 was no longer going to be going to work with the EverQuest, and people lost their stuff over that. And I had a decent computer at the time, but when Shadows came out, the first 2 weeks, they had done something with the graphics. They had all these new models and everything, but it was completely unplayable. That was the first time I almost rage quit EverQuest. And I told Dex, I said, I'll give them. Back then, anytime they did a change, they did patch after patch for weeks on end, and then they'd fix it and everything would be fine. So I told Dex that I'll give them a week or two to get it fixed. And I think for the first month it was live, I could play in all of the old world zones. I just couldn't play in any of the new zones, and they finally got that figured out and fixed it. But yes, we did get our maps from Brewall. Awesome site. It just took me a little bit to figure it out. I'm not a Windows 10 champ or. Yeah. Pentium 3 system getting it. Yeah. I remember the first time I upgraded, I had a 40 megabyte hard drive, and I had just about filled that up, and that was back when you had to partition the drives. And I remember getting my first 300 megabyte hard drive, bringing it home, and telling Dex, I won't ever have to upgrade my hard drive again. I got a 300 megabyte hard drive. Now I've got more RAM in my. Of course, the first computer I learned to program on was a Commodore PET, or which had 8K memory. So, yeah, I'm old. Oh. Once again, we're waiting for Dex to get back to the keys. He's tucking family members into bed, possibly being nagged. No, I'm kidding. This is why there needs to be two of us. I don't hold a conversation very well by myself. On the plus side, all of the mobs are respawning, so when he comes back, we're going to have a full room full of mobs. And my lesson of Devoted only lasts 30 minutes, so the double experience is gone, but that extra 25% experience is kind of nice. Once I get to level, I believe you said 43, I'll be able to group with this higher level druid, or bard, I mean. Yep. And he'll be able to level me up and get me out of here. There, you're back.
I'm back.
You left me here all by myself, man. No one wants to hear that for 5 minutes.
Oh, I wasn't gone that long. What did I miss? Did you level while I was gone?
No, but I almost rage quit. No. We were talking about old computers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm catching up on the chat. Sorry.
And Shadows of I was talking about Shadows of Luclin when it first came out. And yeah. That was when they first said they weren't going to support the Pentium 1 anymore. And people lost their shit over it. And that was where you remember I made they first brought out the Beastmaster in that expansion, and I could not make a Valshar, is that what they're called?
Bashir, yeah.
Bashir. I couldn't make a Bashir because I couldn't play it in the Luclin zones, right. Or Luclin zones when it started off. So I made a Barbarian one,
Right.
But someone should say holding a conversation with myself is well and a dangerous sign. Well, I talk to my beer late at night, so you know.
Let's see if Song of Travel works in here. Hopefully, just the lev component won't work.
Is that going to make you invis?
Hmm?
Is that
Yeah.
going to make you invis?
Yeah, it's speed, invis, and levitation. Levitation doesn't work in this zone, but the other two things do. So it's working. I'm on my way.
Excuse me while I use a little chapstick. It's still a little windy outside when I'm working. It's
I'm sorry, you gave a windy to who? What? Huh?
what?
You need chapsticks because... Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was playing with my chaps.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, no, it's still a little chilly where I'm working outside.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a day when I actually get to work and it's above 40 degrees. It's supposed to be springtime and it's not acting like it.
Okay. Well, I have to bring my druid in and give me wolf form again, so that I have constant speed on, so I can twist the other songs. So it's probably going to. The druid might take over my screen. It might show him instead. Twitch might decide it wants to show that window instead.
Yeah, well, you're doing that and preparing that. I'm grabbing more ice and. There we go. Dun dun dun. See, this is how you need to. You were unprepared tonight.
What do you mean?
With your one hidden bottle in the closet that your wife doesn't find.
Oh no! Oh no! I just realized something.
What?
I've been logged in all day. And so I didn't have to go through the patcher. Oh, that's got to be wrong. Why is it? It's wanting me to patch. Did you have to patch when you logged in?
Yeah.
Was it a small patch or a big patch?
Short patch.
Huh?
Short, very short.
Okay. It locked up on me. Let me try again. Sorry, I'm on another screen bringing in my the character.
Another single malt.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotch
that's
is
probably
scotch,
way
scotch.
too much in my
Here it goes
glass.
down into my belly.
Oh, you're talking about you couldn't remember Frogger? First game Frogger, where you'd get to the end where you'd you're not talking about crossing the road and you get to a fly at the end and you can't be talking about Frogger. This thing is not patching. Let's see.
I would say that's operator error.
No.
It's like DOS based.
The file may be in use, or you may lack the necessary permissions to install. That's a new one. I've never gotten that one before.
I can bring my druid in here if you need. That'll prevent that. I mean, since they're listening, it's not going to hurt or help or anything. So.
No, what I think I need to do, unfortunately, what I think I need to do is I need to log out both of them. I think it's because I have already have an instance of EverQuest running. So hold on a second, and I will do that.
Not a problem.
I'm still here. I just turned my screen off because I really don't want my passwords and everything popping up on screen while I'm doing this.
Oh, you look quite scruffy.
Oh yeah, you like my little portrait there? Yeah. All right, so let me see.
I thought that was your brother.
Let me.
DOS-based 3 or 4, around 92 or 93. See, some of the first computer games I played were it was before MS-DOS came out.
Yeah.
um,
You
and they
played
were
a lot.
all.
You played a lot of muds on that were in Visual Basic, right? They were like
I played a lot. I played a lot of just word games. We had
right,
some that
right.
we it was
Text-based muds, right?
right. Well, just text based games. Yeah, we were playing them. Like I said, just an 8K. They had one called Warlords. It was just numbers on the screen, and the numbers meant so. It was interesting.
First one I ever played was a Star Trek game that you played on a dumb terminal. Um,
Sounds like Frog Bog.
hmm.
I wait. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember
It sounds like a job for a super Google man.
that. It looks like that may have been it. I, boy, for the life of me, I don't know. I'm trying to remember the first decent computer game. There was one that was a combat one. I remember playing that on the
Uh-huh.
first my first. It's actually it was a 286 computers before the 386
Yeah.
or the Pentium.
Yeah, that might have fixed my computer. It looks like I'll have my Druid coming in here shortly, and then I'll bring my Bard back in as well.
And I was a big fan of the Wing Commander
Yeah.
games. That was an awesome series.
Now, Wing Commander, that was like in the Wing Commander first started. That was like in the DOS 5 or DOS 3.
It was an early DOS game. I remember you had to go in and the first couple Wing Commanders, you had to you're on a level one Paladin in Common Lands.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I remember the you had to adjust your autoexec batch file to be able to be able to get to play that properly. There was all sorts of things you had to be able to know how to do to make some of these computer games run
Yeah, back in the day.
back
All
in the
right,
day.
so now I'm going to bring in my Bard again.
I went into Windows kicking and screaming.
Um, well, yeah, because in the beginning, remember, Windows and DOS had to both run together. So you had to start Windows through DOS, and it wasn't until what version of Windows was standalone? What was the first one? Was it 95? I think Windows 95, yeah, was the first one that was a standalone Windows that you didn't have to also have DOS. It
Oh,
was
they
all
they
built
came back
into.
there. It was all packaged together.
Well, yeah, but I mean to where it used to be that you would launch Windows from DOS, remember?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that?
I like I said, I think Windows 3.1 was already out before I ever left.
Hmm.
Because Mrs. Mac had already come up here. She had Windows. I had DOS. I did not want to go to. I think 95 was the first GUI that booted. Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember when she got up here. She got up here. She had Windows. I was still using DOS because we were using CompuServe, and she had what they call WinSim, and I had DOS Sim. And when you were in different chat windows, she was just amazed. You had to hit Control Tab to tab through the windows, and with the WinSim, you just move them over and click on the individual ones. And she was like, "No
Right.
wonder you didn't like holding multiple conversations at once." Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So,
waiting for Dash to come in, and I was going to make him leader again.
yeah. Okay, he is back in.
There you go.
Okay. And then I will log him back out. Well, the good news is we should have like a pretty much a full respawn now, huh?
Just about. You can actually pull from their side of the bridge. Hey.
Okay, I gotta camp him all the way out before.
In the worst case, we get me to 41 tonight, and Tomorrow we give
how far into 40 are you right now?
you 52%.
Okay.
I want to get in where I'm actually playing instead of sitting back. This is more. This is more of the Dex show. Mac is just sitting back on his tuchus having scotch, but that's it's a bonus.
All right, let me take this guy all the way out so we can get back to the right screen.
The slimy chest of the witness has been defeated by a group of hardy adventurers. I thought they were.
Okay.
That was a system-wide message.
Alrighty then. So we're back. I have 70% mana, so that's enough to do a full pull. And off we go.
And you still have Infusion of the Faithful if needed.
You mean Staunch Recovery?
Staunch Recovery. What?
No, I used it. I used it. Infusion of the Faithful I used. I already had up. Well, I can use Infusion of the Faithful, but the problem is it's only when I get all my mana back does that matter. It makes my mana pool bigger, but it doesn't refill my mana pool.
Oh, okay.
So I would have to either sit down and med, which would take a frickin' long time with a bard, or be logged out of the game for an hour.
Yeah, bonus scotch is the tastiest scotch. That's right. Yeah, we're right now we're doing a Glen Murray. I did a Glenlivet. Hopefully they'll forgive me with using the Glenlivet glass with a Glen Murray.
Any Glen will do.
I've got to go. There's a store in town that has a nice port.
You were so money.
Yeah, there's a port cask. It's some scotch. They use port kegs to finish in it. It's really, really good, but it's a little. It's a once a payday sort of scotch.
Yeah, never could really get into scotch.
No, well, yeah, you got to drink those girly fireball types thing.
No, come on now. I'll drink good Irish whiskey. Not a real big fan of scotch. Not a huge fan of bourbon either.
Oh, bourbon, like Jim Beam.
Yeah.
I don't do bourbon straight. Bourbon, I'll like 7-Up. I like bourbon and 7. Or Beam and 7. That was mine. Back when I was in Alameda, that was one of my favorites.
Oh, see, I could never mix it with anything. To me, I don't even put it in ice. You know.
I'm not a big fan of Jack Daniels either. So I mean that's another people like like Jack, and I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, me either. In fact, the only bourbon that I really tolerate, and it has to be like once in a blue moon, is Jim Beam. That's the only one I tolerate.
Like I said, I like that's mine. Or used to. I don't do a lot of Beam anymore, but Scotch became a thing about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Become the connoisseur.
I mean, mostly I'm a tequila guy anyway.
And he likes dancing on the table with a lampshade, you know.
And when I say tequila, I mean real tequila. I don't mean Jose Cuervo half-grain alcohol crap. I am a tequila snob.
Oh, so Makers, Wild Turkey, Buffalo. Oh, well, yeah. Buffalo, Gentleman Jacks. I have not tried the Gentleman Jacks. And yeah, I mean,
Wild Turkey. I had a bad experience. Had a real bad experience with Wild Turkey.
I had a buddy in high school that was his favorite thing.
Oh my god.
Old old Ranchero pickup and old Falcon. Anyways, that was his favorite. He always had wild turkey in back behind where they normally keep your jack and
Yeah.
behind the seat. Uh, yeah, we had a couple bad experiences with that.
Oh man.
Makers is nice. I do mostly mixed drinks. That's a Dex thing.
I do.
He likes the ones with the
Yeah.
umbrellas.
Yeah. Team Spock, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I'm not playing. I don't know why I have the wrist brace on.
you don't know why what?
I have the wrist brace on.
Yeah. You're really working that wrist, huh? Well, I don't want
Well,
to
you
judge.
can't see from the
I don't want to
yeah.
judge. I don't want to judge. I just,
Oh man.
none of my business.
Oh, sitting here wearing a towel.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. Getting into this whole Twitch thing, I couldn't resist a few Google searches of, uh, biggest Twitch mistakes and things like that. There was this one guy that, let's just say he thought his Twitch stream was over, and he thought, why don't I surf a few questionable websites and entertain myself? And then I don't know if somebody called him to tell him or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't. Not my best friend, I wouldn't. I'd be like, I will tell him tomorrow. But somebody
After I saved this to the cloud.
after I save the video, but somebody and all of a sudden you see him go, oh hey everybody, what? It was on the whole time? Really? Wow. And I know he's thinking, because he's thinking to himself, well, what could they see? You know?
Let's see. The worst experience I had was Smirnoff raspberry in 6 hours at a house party. Oh, I could talk to Dex.
Thank you, support for your follow. Appreciate it. We're getting close to that. We're getting closer to that 50 mark. I don't know why it's not updating. Oh, I guess it'll update soon on our screen here.
Well,
But at 50,
I remember Dex at a New Year's party. Dex trying to go down the skateboard down some stairs at a party.
that was peppermint schnapps.
That was pepper schnapps.
That was a bottle of peppermint schnapps that I did not share.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
interesting little side note about peppermint schnapps. Tastes exactly the same coming back the other direction. It's
Let's see.
it's it's like
That
somebody
was
will like
the
totally hold your hair back and go, it's
yeah.
not really bad. I can hang out for that. Somebody will,
It's the party I got in trouble for. The guy's place that the party was at. I apparently met the girl that he was interested at the party, and we left for a little while on my bike and came back on my motorcycle.
yeah.
Or I came back after. I was interested in her. It's like, dude, you didn't say anything.
Hey, dude, I just had a thought of something when you use the word apparently. Everybody's seen the video of the apparently kid. You've seen that one where the news reporter.
Apparently not. Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
kid, he's like every other thing is like, well, apparently this and apparently that. I'd love to see where somebody redoes that, where the kid's like, well, apparently if you mix beer and wine, you get sick. And,
There's my mom over there. Yeah.
apparently, behavior like this is frowned on in this establishment.
We've had a few of those experiences.
Oh, somebody time traveled with Jagger. Yeah, I know. I feel your pain. It's like, only I have time traveled the wrong direction to where I was, with this young, hot-looking girl, and I time traveled and sobered up, and she was like old. Um, no.
I I remember skiing with you one time back when your hair was a lot longer.
Oh yeah, we don't tell that story because there's another story that goes right with that one as a set that I don't think you want revealed.
Uh, I was talking about where you wiped out.
Yeah, I know you were. I know what you were talking about, but
I don't know what you tried to hold over my head.
the street sign at Virginia Street.
You're. I see. I thought you were trying
Not
to.
related, completely
Yeah, it is
unrelated.
completely
That was a threat.
unrelated. Yeah.
Just remember, I can go story for story with you. Don't even go there.
He's trying to embarrass me. Uh,
I am out of mana, almost.
oh man.
I'm gonna have to run for the border again soon, so I can't mez all these guys. I got one more charm in me before I'm out of mana.
One of my daughters says my stream cut off and says I went offline. And nope, it's still there.
Are we not streaming anymore?
Yeah, still streaming. I can see it.
Tell her it's just her.
There. It's just you.
I mean, I think so. Somebody say Heidi ho if we're still on.
No, I can see us right there.
Okay.
I mean, I can see the stream.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think we did anything to get banned tonight.
It's still good.
How many are watching because they know it's just a matter of time, though? Just a matter of time before they break one of those rules that they haven't read.
Yeah, it's back online. Even my daughter watches. Now we got to be on our best behavior. You can't tell that Virginia Street.
Your daughters have already heard most of the good stories. There are a couple. There are a couple that I couldn't possibly tell them without compromising how they feel about you.
Oh,
We've
already had our friend Snark that's done that.
No, there are stories that Mark doesn't know about.
Oh well, there's that too. Yeah.
You know that. You know that very well.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
There are stories that Mark isn't to know about. So.
there's stories that Mark, anyways.
Yeah.
Back in the early Navy days, I was young. I needed a job. I'm sorry.
Sorry, when you signed up for a job as a gigolo, you should really pay attention to what part of town you're in, because it might not be the job that you think it is. I'm just saying, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it might be a different job.
I didn't know it was a retirement community, man.
Now, you know good and well that's not where I was going with that.
I know. So many wrinkles. At the end of the day, $20 is $20. Yeah.
Right now, Mac's thinking to himself, $20? Damn it.
Mac got a good fighter with that.
He's like, he feels so cheated now.
Oh, man.
So, anyway.
Where's your fireball when you need it?
Yeah, well, I don't have it. Sorry.
One of us always has to be the voice of reason, damn it.
Occasionally that hasn't happened, and
things have gone off the wall.
To say things didn't go as planned would be to indicate that there was actually a plan.
Hi,
so
Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so.
Man.
No, your daughter's fine. Anyways.
See, now when we were teenagers, girls that would babysit were very popular.
hmm
I don't know how parents didn't catch on to that. I really, to this day, I don't. Doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if your daughter's babysitting like 5 nights a week, it's not just for the money. Just saying. I got to run for it because now you don't have crossed swords, do you?
No.
Good, because otherwise this would get you killed.
No, I've got divine barrier still, so I can make a run for the border too. Aha!
All right, well, I'm zoning out if I can get past all these guys, which I did last time, so, I mean, what could go wrong? That's a caster. He can't root me.
Well, it's more fun when you're drinking because then things do go wrong.
Yep. See, I made it out again.
Oh, look at that.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm 85% into 40. So
85% into 40? Yeah, and I'm completely out of mana. So,
we're stuck here.
yeah, we may have to call this one for the night because nobody wants to sit and wait an hour while I get my mana back.
Listen to our nonsense for an hour.
That's not well, I mean, we can BS while I'm running myself back there because I got to get back to the spot. But anyway, what's the matter?
Does it put you AFK now?
Does what put you AFK?
A game apparently puts you AFK. I did not type AFK to put me AFK. I've never had that happen.
Oh, you know what? They may have. I hope they didn't put that back in. They had that code for a while for when a new progression server would come out. Remember?
Yeah, bastards have turned it into WoW.
Well, no, they didn't want people to because people were trying to log in and the logins were jammed. But that should be the case. That's certainly not the case on this realm.
Sicaria says that yes, it will auto AFK you. I've never had that happen in this game.
Now,
it didn't log me out, but it auto anyways.
Oh, you're talking about how long to get mana that shouldn't take an hour? Yeah, I know. I'm exaggerating. I do that sometimes. But, it's you must be new. No, it won't take an hour, but I am a bard, and so I've got like mana regen of 1,
If that
meditate of 1.
Someone says Torment tells General how much power leveling going these days is power leveling going these days 60 to 60 to 65.
60 65. Yeah, the 5 slowest levels. They'd have to pay me an awful lot. Well, yeah, because you're power leveling with a 65.
Oh, that's true.
So, it's not like you're jumping in there with a level 100 to power level. Yeah, that's going to be a lot. I mean, I would say
you can turn it off in your options. See, I'm new. I'm new. I'm back.
See, I wasn't aware that I knew it was in the options, but I wasn't aware that it defaulted to being on. I thought it defaulted to the off position. I was aware of that, but
turn on AFK. Auto turn on AFK. Holy crap! All right, never saw that. It's off now. Thank you. See, I learned something new all the time. Yeah, I found it.
But see that what I'm talking about, what I thought it did to you was for a while there when they would come out with a new progression realm, because the logins would all get jammed up, a big log jam there. What they did was they made it so people couldn't log in and just sit there and do nothing. It would AFK you all the way out. It would log you out just like just like World of Warcraft does. And that's one of the things that I really like about EverQuest over World of Warcraft is I can leave for 2-3 hours, and my
You come
character is
back.
still. If I was in a safe spot, my character is still there. But on World of Warcraft, I get up to use the restroom practically and come back, and I'm logged out. It's like, come on,
He's old. It takes him a while in the can.
All right, all right. So maybe it wasn't just a few minutes, At least I didn't sit in front of my stream and do it.
It will still log you out all the way out after some time. Okay, I haven't seen that happen. But
Oh,
again, I
really?
haven't been back.
Because on Ragefire, I have left characters in for hours, um, like in POK or something like that, just literally in fact, overnight, and not been logged out.
It used to be the only way you could have a person, a trader up, was to
Yeah.
leave your computer on online. Traders had to be up and online.
Well, when they introduced that code that was logging people out, it was before the bazaar became available, and so it didn't matter because there were no traders yet, and so by the time it got to that, they'd removed that code. So I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, when we get looks like we're about 11 followers away from being able to get subscribers. That'll be cool.
I'm
We've
showing
been asked that by a few people. Yeah, it's okay. It's weird because I've got one screen that shows we have 39, and I've got another one that shows 36. So I don't know.
Well, we lost a couple.
Yeah, maybe the total followers thing doesn't account for the people that hung around for a little while, figured out what we were about, and said screw that. Might have been because there are a few of those. That went, not these
No way.
guys. No.
My eyes are gonna bleed. My
Yeah.
ears. Oh my god.
Right.
Yes, we've been
Yeah,
invited.
39 shows up on the interface that I set up at the bottom, and that's reading off of the Twitch alerts stuff. And I mean, this is all new to me, but at the top of my channel, though, on my page I'm looking at right now, it shows that we have 36. So I don't know which is right.
I'm showing 37 at the top of mine.
And you're showing 37.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll get a notification when we hit 50, and when we hit 50, we had a couple of people that had asked, why they can't subscribe, and that's why it is the final thing that we have to do before we're deemed worthy of subscribers.
We're not worthy.
Okay, now for the record, look at my mana and how long I've been sitting down. An hour might not be that far off from how long this would take with the bard. What I usually do is I log out because after an hour you come back full health, full mana. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not worried about the exact count at the time. We're still a little ways off, but it'd be nice to hit it.
We remember when we did our podcast, the first time we got an email, it's like, holy crap, people are actually listening to us. Here we can actually see when people are watching.
Oh yeah, I think in the first week of our first podcast, we had like a total of like 20 something downloads in the first week is all we had. And it's like, if we didn't, and I mean towards the end, I mean that was just like a memory, a bad memory. It's funny how it snowballs. It was pretty depressing in the beginning. It's like nobody's listening. But it takes time.
Now it's emails like, when are you going to start again? When are you going to start again?
Yeah, and I tell them, no, Twitch is the new thing. We're doing that now. So, there's no editing on Twitch. I like that.
Oh, we could just take this and port it all into a podcast. Then we just got to find a way to record it.
Yeah, you go ahead. You take it, and you're free to do that. I put it out to YouTube.
I offered to do that, and
No, you offered to edit you offered to take care of the editing of a new podcast, of a continuation of the podcast. You didn't offer to take a Twitch stream and convert it to MP3 and then upload it as a podcast and do all that.
If you were talking about random things in a bar, 20 people were listening to you, you'd feel very different metric.
But here's what you need to understand. If we were talking in a bar for an entire week, and during that time a total of 20 people listened to us, I don't think we would feel that, because that's what it was. It was like a week of, that wasn't one day we had 20 listeners. that was over the course of a week, Oh man.
I mean, I'm used to doing weddings where there's hundreds of people, and it involved getting on the mic and going, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh yeah.
Let me show you how to do the electric slide. Come on up here. Let's go through this.
Yeah.
And I don't dance.
Well, I've spoken in front of large crowds a few times in my life, but I'm not getting up and dancing in front of that number of people. Sorry,
we're teaching people how to keep it shuffle with a leg brace after when I broke my knee one year. Hey, come on up here.
It was one podcast. It was one podcast, and over the course of the week, that's how many. Because we were doing one a week. So
wait, what was the total? We had 64 total, or 60?
How many podcasts did we do?
I'd have to look on
62, I think.
62. Okay. We podcasted for about a year and a half.
Little more than a year and a half, yeah.
And then BlizzCon was the end of it. Yeah. No. We went to BlizzCon. No, it's all cool. It's just a slide to the left.
I have mastered the art of being able to dance just good enough that I don't get noticed for bad dancing, but not good enough to where I get noticed for good dancing. It's that nice sweet spot to where you're invisible, and I'm happy with that.
It's just a slide to the left and a step to the right. I was thinking, let's do the time warp again. But Mrs. Max is in the room going, "Oh, he's talking Rocky Horror Picture Show."
Okay, so how long are we going to do this painful thing where we're sitting here watching grass grow?
I don't know. I see that you've got like 20%.
I'm at 17%. I'm at 17%, and I started at 11 before I sat down. So for the record, I didn't start from zero.
As we discovered with Azeroth Roundtable, we could talk about nothing for a very long time.
We haven't actually talked about that. I don't think that we're doing that show. That was fun.
That was a blast.
That was a lot of fun. of fun.
Ben Bumhofer and John Jagger on Azeroth Roundtable, Twitch TV Twitch TV Azeroth RT.
Yeah.
Episode 264 we were on, and we had a blast with those guys.
A lot of fun. Yeah.
And it was funny because when they got done with the podcast, we didn't realize we were still on the Twitch stream.
Yeah, we were still being recorded, and we had no idea.
And we're just like, we were being all.
I think we were audio only at that point.
Yeah, we were being professional, and I was having a rock star during the show, and the show was over with. I was like, rock on, popped out a beer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to go. Oh, holy crap! Your hour show has been like 2 hours. Sorry. Those poor guys.
Yeah. So, unless you want to do something else.
Truth. I don't know what else we did. Oh, yeah, set up. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we should probably just maybe call it until tomorrow.
We'll do something tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah. How far did you make it? Did you make it 41?
No. I'm level 40. I am 85% into level 40. So we'll make 41, 42 tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 8 p.m. ish my time, 9 p.m. ish your time.
All right. So 9 Pacific, about something like that.
I believe so, yeah, because I've got a birthday party for the 30-year-old tomorrow.
Ah, yep. Well,
Oh.
tell her I said
Tell her
happy
Uncle
birthday.
Dex. Tell her Uncle Dex said happy birthday.
Yep.
And
All right. Well, we will say a good night to everybody, and thanks
if,
so much for joining the stream. And
if you'd like to get a hold of us, you can contact us on Twitter at Goblin Goldcast. I know this is the Goldcast is Dex and Mac play, or Dex and Mac. You can get a hold of us. I know. Yeah, I used to have a little page in front of me I could read off every week. Anyways, so at Goblin Goldcast on Twitter. You can get a hold of us on Facebook, Goblin Goldcast. We're on Mac, Goblin Goldcast, on Gmail, right? Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can get a hold of me at Dex at Goblin Goldcast, and should get that email. But anyway, you'll find us here on the Twitch stream from time to time, and we're trying to do it about 4 or 5 times a week on average. What we're shooting for, and
usually have a little more action. Once we're done power leveling, maybe we'll actually get into some playing, and we're going to try other games besides this one as well.
Right. All right. So, and if you have any suggestions for other games,
games we should try,
yeah, like especially free to play games that we can just download and just mess with, give us a suggestion. So, all right, guys, have a good night.
Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right.